this computer. Let's do that. There we go. So this week we're going to talk about personal branding. There we go. Fresh restart. How about that? Personal branding. A brand. What is a brand? And it's not just, oh, it's Coca-Cola, it's Home Depot, it's, oh, my brand is Bill, the marketing guy no, your brand has got nothing to do with what you say. Your brand, and you all have one, whether you know it or not, the brand is you. It's not Keller or Remax or Revelations or C21 or CMG or what. That's not your brand. That's a company. Your brand is the completion of the sentence by anybody other than yourself. Oh yeah, he's the one who, oh yeah, she's the one that when somebody finishes that sentence about you, that is your brand, whether you like it or not. He's the one that always does the ads with. He's the one that sends the annoying crap that. He's the one that always puts his listings in my Facebook feed. That's your brand. What do people say about you? And so we're going to, and by the way, your brand is what makes you memorable. That's how people remember you. And let me just come over here and make sure we mute some folks so we don't have too much noise. I always do this. Well, wow, and people are jumping on here. Holy, 10 participants. There they are. And let's mute all, and new participants are muted. Okay, sweet. Ding dong, more people. All right, so let's get into your personal brand. I'm going to give you just a couple quick tips. So your tagline isn't nearly as important as you think it are, as you think it is, as you think it are. This is not an English class, obviously. So let's go into PowerPoint. And you've all seen this one before, your 5 things that you got to do. Let's go for file, open, recent, brand colors. 60% of brand recognition is color alone. Type it in, branding and color, into Google and see what comes up, and you'll get some really interesting studies, especially if you do an image search. Things like a blue Coca-Cola logo or a purple and green McDonald's logo, and they make no sense. They're wrong. I don't get it. They're not recognizable. Color, everybody must have, and this is it. When you're doing your color, we always start, or excuse me, your brand, we always start with a style guide, and there's one attached to the sheet as a sample. And there's plenty of them. You can just Google branding style guide and see lots of, or style guide template and see lots of them. Well, the idea behind all this is to come up with your font, your colors, your secondary font, your secondary colors, your logo, and you use the same things over and over so that no matter what I see, when I see some of Annie West's stuff, no matter what it is I see, an ad and a flyer, you immediately know. Even though it's just an open house flyer, you know it's her because it looks the same. It's got that same color, that same look and feel. So you need to pick a color, and people always have a hard time, well, what color? It's blue. And no, it's got to be an exact shade. Don't worry, I'm going to give you a tool here in a second. But you got to have an exact color. You should probably have a couple colors. Yep, this is my primary. This is my secondary. And you have to have a contrast color. When I'm doing a call to action button, the click now, call me, whatever, it needs to be a complete contrasting color. And most branding tools will give you up to 5. So there'll be your primary color, your secondary, or your accent color, your contrast color, your shock color, and then usually a couple grays. You need to have a couple grays that go with it, or gray shades. So red, and I tell people this all the time, find the article of clothing you look best in and make that your brand color. Go with something that you have in your wardrobe that you love. If not, go shopping. Black Friday, there you go. Go out on Black Friday, buy something you want to get your picture taken in, and use that for your primary brand color. It's a great tool. By the way, there's lots of tools and apps. If you just go to the App Store, and say photo color, black and white photo color, search for things like that. There's probably about 50 apps. I can't think of the names of them right now, but plenty of apps that will let you do the colorization where you can take, and if she wanted her blouse to be this color blue, or you do a black and white photo and just have the one color popping out. Always a fun thing to do. There's another good example of pink, brown, and black. What an excellent look. Love it. I never would have picked a color like this. Don't even know what you call it, clay. But again, start with an article of clothing. In the black suit, and this one is actually a color photo, but if you'd done the black and white photo and had the color pop, that would have been awesome. And then work that into your logo. Just think it's killer. The way he put his door in his logo. And for most of us, our name, or the Daniel Velasquez group, our name is going to be our logo, and it's just going to be a font treatment. So again, when you pick your fonts, you've got it. You're there. Love the green. Really hot right now, all the neon colors, bright green, bright yellow, bright blue, bright orange. The new office, we're actually moving today. You can see a bunch of stuff missing. Our office that we are moving into is bright orange. I mean, like, wow, hello, bright, bright, bright orange. How about this? Love it. Again, two grays. Oh, there's what I'm talking about. Black and white photo with something that's been colorized. And by the way, like I said, lots of apps, lots of websites that will do this, that will colorize a black and white item, or let the one item be color and everything else be black and white. But go buy a shirt, take a photo, turn it into a black and white, leave the shirt the color, match that color. And this isn't a perfect match. I wouldn't call that the best, but that's what I was talking about with the photo. But you want to have the color, and you need the CMYK or the hex, the actual code for the color, that is going to pop that is going to always be the exact same thing. See, primary purple, secondary yellow, primary pink, secondary black and white, purple, blue, green, beautiful. I want to see it in everything you do, though, not in one thing. But choosing your color is absolutely critical. And my favorite loan officer branding that I've ever seen is Julie Aragon's. If anybody knows Julie, say hi to her and tell her that I used her yet again. I just love her stuff. And by the way, if you want to look, just show you what branding really looks like. Let's go with a browser, and let's go to juliearagon.com. And I apologize, Julie, I probably cost you a couple bucks here, because some other people will go to your website. And when they do go to your website, what's going to happen is you're going to see some follow me ads, and we'll show you how to turn on your pixel ads, or your tracking follow me. You go to the Ford, Chevy, BMW website, and now the BMW ads follow you everywhere. Well, Julie, being a good marketer, has her tracking pixels set and her follow me stuff. But look at these colors, and they're consistent, and there's more than one. You got your primary teal, orange, mauve, pink, I don't know, that you see. But and I've always wanted to ask Julie if she bought the throw pillows and the couch and the stuff to go with her branding colors, or if she had the stuff and then decided she would brand. And I'm 90% sure it's that way. You want to watch her bio video here, and I will pause it. A B-roll clip that you found on videohive.net. Some shots around the house, the colors mixed into everything, a shopping spree at Kohl's or something to get a bunch of accent items that tie into our primary branding colors, right down to the smoothie. Nothing in here about rates and terms and blah, 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 just clients, and I like working with them, and blah, 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 etc. Look at those colors mixed in everywhere. And it's just all about her. Again, we want to do business with people we like. And you can tell this is older. She's got to get a new clip in here. Wouldn't be hard to replace that clip with a modern iPhone, not a old for. And you think you got to be politically correct. I think this is her 4th or 5th cocktail just in one bio video. But look at those colors. That's what makes it most memorable. Big, bright, bold. Muted doesn't work as well, but if it's yours, that's okay. Use it. Go for it. Over and over. Check this one out. Jill. Yep. Levinsky. Up in Toronto, Canada, where you can get a tiny 1-bedroom studio for $1 million. Here we go. And so did she dye her hair to go with her color, or did she pick her color to go with her hair? But you can actually go through and use, and again, I don't do much of this stuff. I have it all done on Fiverr or Upwork. Have somebody colorize things, but you can go through and colorize. Any teenager can colorize things on Photoshop or find an app. It's just a filter, but you can colorize your photos so that your photos on your website look the same. All of your colors in your accent fonts look the same. You want to pull it out in your photos? Let me just show you something. Let's go and let's say we're going to look at, well, let's just say real estate. And we're going to do that search on Google. And then we're going to go over here to tools. And we're going to click on tools. And we're going to be patient because my bandwidth is being used up to broadcast video to everybody. Wow, I'm not this patient. Well, first let's go to images. And then we're going to go to tools and see if that helps. There we go. Now we're going to go to color. And now I'm going to say, oh, I want to get some more photos for Jill's website. And I'm going to go through here and look at that. It's going to find me all the photos that have a heavy orange tint as they load. And I can find real estate photos with an orange tint. Or if your font, or excuse me, your brand was in the purple range. There we go. Let's go see houses in the purple range. And this is how you can get, if you don't want a tint, you can find images that are consistent with your branding, so that all of your ads, your flyers, your stuff, it always needs to have it. Now then, if you've got a company, you want to pick a color that goes with it. So those of us who are CMG, I like the neon blue, or I like, well, here, I like this blue because it ties well with the CMG green, or I like the orange up here because it ties with the CMG green. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. And how are we doing on time? 12:30, 12:15, yeah, 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes. Write this one down. COOLORS.co. So it's colors.co, but it's colors with cool. So it's coolors.co. Don't know about that one. So when you go to colors.co, coolors.co, coolors, that just doesn't work. So I want to say cooler. Start the generator. That's what you want to do. And there's a lot of other cool stuff at this website. Dig it myself. So here is a brand palette. These colors all go together. And it pulled them up at random. Every time I hit the space bar, it will regenerate a new palette. Well, I'm looking for something with green in it, so I can go with the CMG green. So you know what? This is close enough. The little slider, I'm going to adjust this one. Let's go with a lot more saturation on the green, make it a little bit brighter. And no, that's not the CMG green exactly, but let's pretend that was. And by the way, I can do this with HSB, CMYK, red, green, blue, by the way. What is that? Cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. But these are the different ways that you can skew your colors. Here we go. Want to make sure when I get a text that it's not saying, hey, dude, your audio's off and everybody bailed. All right, so now I got my green. I'm going to come down here and I can see unlock or lock. Now that that's locked, when I hit the space bar, Coolors is going to find other colors that go with this color. So if this was the CMG green, and I was trying to do something that worked with all the CMG stuff because I wanted something that tied, I kind of dig this really bright one here, but that's a little too bright for me. Let's say I'm going to go, nah, you know what? I'm a blue guy. I'm going to go with this blue. So I'm going to lock that one and see what comes up. So if I got that blue and green, what else is it going to, ooh, I like that one better. Now let's get rid of this one. Unlocked, locked, locked, yes. No, not those. Oh, that's a good shade of gray. I'm going to lock that one down. Remember, I want 2 shades of gray in most cases. Not quite dark enough. Ooh, that one is dark enough. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to keep looking for another color here until I find one I like. And I want my accent color. Remember, it's got to be a contrast, something that pops. Oh, there it is. Hello. That's going to be my call to action button. When I say, get your free report, get my free report, that's what I want. And by the way, oh gosh, give me a second. It's going to come to me. Designs. Oh God, I hate it when I can't think of something. There's a design site that has all of the contests and the design. No, I can't think of it. Anyway, so this is where I'm going to build my palette. And the beautiful thing about my palette now, see, I've got all these codes. And yes, I can change it and see them any way I want. Look at this, alternative shades of that color. Ooh, wow. No, I kind of like, no, I'm going to stick with that one. This one's just a little too pink for me. So let's see alternative shades of that color. Yeah, see, I want to go a little darker. Yeah, that's good for my call to action button. There we go. And then on the blue, I'm going to go, I just want a little bit less. Boom, there's another shade. So that's a way that you can come up with a color palette. You can get the exact codes. Fonts, I don't need to tell you how to come up with fonts. You want to make sure that you have a very easy to read font as your primary font. The research on font basically says that sans serif, no serifs, no little tails, sans serif fonts are much easier to read. I like Apple. Sorry, I've got too many phones floating around here. I like Apple's font, so I like to go with something that's like the Apple font. It's just easy to read. And then your accent font. Remember when we were looking at Julie's stuff back here? She did a great job with when you want to make something pop, when you want an accent. Come on. Whoop, too far. Sorry, I'm just too impatient and go click crazy. So look at her accent. See the regular font, a nice sans serif, nice, clean, very Apple-ish. By the way, white on a dark background is not real easy to read. And the way neuromarketers have kind of concluded fonts work, simple, high contrast, the easier it is, the more likely I am to see it, read it, get through it. When you make it difficult, like this, laughing and having fun is always a fabulous idea. Really hard to read. It's not good for headlines and things, but if you're trying to make people remember something, when it's harder to read, we're far more likely to remember it. Right down to we remember our notes better when we take them in cursive. But look at this. She's got an incredible highlight font. Little tough. Cute puppies and cocktails are an absolute. What's this have to do with loans or real estate or anything else? Nothing. It makes you like her if you like puppies and cocktails and let's connect and how we roll and damn, I just love this branding stuff. That's your accent fonts. You want to have 2 fonts that you pick. You want to have your color palette, and then you want to have your logo. And when it comes to your logo, I suggest 2 sources. If you really, really want a super duper cool logo, go drop $300 at 99 Designs. And they'll do a contest and 20 people will start designing logos for you and you give them feedback. No, not like that. Ooh, I like this one. Then other people make theirs more like that. Then you give them feedback and they change it more. And you'll end up going through so much in a 3-day period, but you'll come up with something that you never would have thought of because they went in 32 different directions and that you love, but it's $300. If you go there, they've got, I don't know, 1 million logos, 300,000 logos that are pre-designed that you can buy for like $50 or $100. and they'll adapt them for you. Oh, I love that logo, but these colors, this palette, I want it, to obviously have my name and stuff in it. That's a great way to go. If you don't want to do that, go to Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and just make sure you've got time, because the key is you got to search. Don't tell somebody you want a logo. That's the mistake. Never say, I'd like a logo design. Find the logo you want, copied and adapted. I want it to be just like this, but if you can't say that about a logo, then forget it. You can go look at personal branding, do a Google image search, look at other people's logos, but find something you want that you can say, I want it like this, but change like this. And Fiverr, that's when Fiverr is ideal. And then lastly, let's go back into my Evernote. Where is Evernote? And let's just see design stuff, design resources, GIFs, stock photos. By the way, Unsplash is a great source of stock photos. So is Pexels, P-E-X-E-L-S. Unsplash is the other one. Canva, beautiful pictures, design, search, wallpapers, bridge. Maybe I put it in marketing pass-alongs. Hang along. Pass-alongs. Remember, everybody should keep a swipe file. That's a different class, but I keep these saved, polls on things I'd like to share, brand yourself, business and community. No, oh, I got it. I can't find. There's several good logo generating. Just type logo generator into Google. There's 20 or 30 of them, and you can go just do your own. Cool Text is one of them. .com. You'll find them. If there's Cool Text, there's an example, and it just comes up with text treatments. But you can adapt them, change them, tweak them. So in any of these, I can put any font, change the depth, change the whatever, and design my own font. I recommend you just have somebody else design your font. Keep it simple, keep it bold. Mainly use your color. Always use your same font. From now on, in everything, in your signature, I want to see your color. I want to see your font. I want to see your accent font. I want to see your call to action color. And that will make you more recognizable than just about anything else you can do. And I believe I have, let's just go confirm, attached profile, branding. I will look, no, not there. Branding basics. Yep, there's that brand colors PowerPoint, the one that I just had up. You can go through this PowerPoint and look at all these branding examples and see what branding looks like. Yeah, that's it, guys. There's your personal brand. So when we're doing all this Facebook stuff, you want to have your logo because you want to drop it on there as a watermark. Remember, when I'm posting stuff, I always drop the logo on there as a watermark. Or I have my square video like we talked about last week, and in the bottom. But your color, the color, when you're posting all the time, at least twice a week, I need everybody to see you at least twice a week, and you're posting something cool. The color is what is going to remind them that it's you. Even though Annie might be posting things that have nothing to do with real estate, the fact that it's going to say, Annie Hernandez, realtor, her logo is going to be there, the colors, that's what's going to remind people. You need to have your branding consistent, and they'll get used to seeing it. It will make them recognize you better than anything else. Remember, the secret to all this marketing stuff is picking a group of people, 500, 1,000, 10,000, 20,000 people, and advertising to those same people over and over and over and over. It's all about database. There's your I know them database, and I'm yet to meet them, but I'm gonna know them database. Mets and unmets, grow and nurture, or nurture and grow. That's your two groups, and you advertise to the same people over and over, and you only have 20% of your touches that are true advertising. The other 80 just make you look cool and remind them you're in the business. If you stay in front of the same 5,000 people at least once a week, and they see you and you look cool and your content isn't annoying. It doesn't make them want to opt out or block you. You win. That's all there is. This is not complicated. I know everybody wants it complicated. That's why I use Facebook. I got 20,000 people. I post cool things twice a week. Everything I post reminds them that I'm a real estate agent or a loan officer, and makes me look professional and cool. And I don't create any of my content. I just share it. And they remember me because I've got my logo and my colors, and I'm always, always, always there looking professional. That's it. That's all there is to it. All right. See if there's any questions this week. Will you post a link for this to marketing3.com? Yes, Roger Jonathan. This is there. That's what we were just confirming. Hang on, make this one go away, go away. Let's just confirm. When you go to Marketing 3, you're still at, by the way, we are so close to done with the other, real Mindy. Good branding, more blue or pink, pick it out. Not Bill, you can tell I like the blue. Where did we go? Here we go. This one. When you go here, it's still going here. We're almost done with the Facebook. But the branding is down here under, where is it? Personal brand. There we go. Edit or create their Facebook. This is our checklist that we do for people. Branding basics. So there's the style guide that I mentioned that you can go look at. And there is the Facebook setup checklist. Oh, and there is the branding PowerPoint that I just had up. So you can see a bunch of examples. And there's the link to Coolors. Really, guys, get a better name. And then there's Cool Text that I just showed you. There's Pexels that I just mentioned, Unsplash. And by the way, if you're ever looking for backgrounds, Wallpapers Craft is the holy freaking grail. You've never seen higher res photos than these guys have. And everything. I want business, flowers, whatever, textures. Yeah, just give me textures and your 50 bajillion textures for your backgrounds. I want a brick wall. I'm going to take my picture against the brick wall and then put my color, whatever. And I can search here and do all the other stuff. Sorry, random stuff, but that's the whole idea. Cool resources. So this is your branding section. Go and establish your brand. But make sure you love it because you need to live with it forever. I suggest you start at a mall. Buy the one nice loud outfit, the perfect tie, guys. Several items if you can do it. If you can buy 2 items and get your contrast, cool. Meanwhile, just keep playing with this. Keep playing with the color generator. And you go, no, I don't like any of your colors, Bill. But I am going to keep the green. That's it. See, I just keep going. Whoop, I didn't unlock that one. Boom. Until you find that perfect color palette. There you go. That's it. Last question. Okay, got it. Roger Johansson, thank you. First he says thank you, then he says, okay, dude, you're repeating yourself. Sorry, long-winded. All right. Thank you, everybody. No other questions. Going once. Going twice. And no other questions. We are, oh, wait. Oh, sorry, in meeting for all. That's questions. I have to look at the chat. I just saw one pop up there. Can I get a sample video for the gift cards? Oh, John, I'm so sorry. Yes, let's do that right now. If you go to, I'm going to post a link right now. Let's go to, wait, we got to turn the sharing back on because you can't see the sharing. Sorry, it's coming. Here we go. I can't find my controls. Zoom. Where did the controls go? There we go. Share screen. I'm going to give it to you. So, sorry, right in the middle of an office move. I literally, laptop is all I got. let's go to YouTube. I'm going to get this control bar out of my way. And there we go on YouTube. Let's go down to Amex Challenge. These questions out of the way. And by the way, for those of you who are wondering what is the thing we're talking about, well, here, we can show you. Square video. Did you notice that for the first split second, the font wasn't there, but my $1,000 says I can sell your home faster and for more money. This is Darren Campbell's video, and he's going on and just saying I can, and it doesn't really matter. It's the headline is what catches them, but the whole idea behind this concept is pretty simple. Yeah, we still have them. I haven't packed them up, but we have the American Express travel gift cards. I'm so confident I can sell your home faster and for more money that I'll put my money where my mouth is. You'll give me 30 minutes to show you what I can do when it comes to marketing your home. I will give you this $500 American Express travel gift card, or it's $1,000 cards, because the average listing in Santa Monica is 1.3 million. I'll give you this card whether you list with me or somebody else. And that's what makes it compliant, and I'm no lawyer, so get your own compliance advice, loan people or real estate people. But the whole idea behind this is, look, I'm going to give it to you for your time. I'm only paying you for your time and attention. You don't have to list with me. You can list with somebody else, and somebody would have to come back. So let's take that video that I just showed you. Where'd it go? Inviting realtors Wednesday, proper social media. Why is this loading? Amex Challenge. There we go. Edit. And we are going to make this, it is unlisted, so I'm going to make it public. And I'm going to publish it. And so you can go to Bill Hillestad, search for Bill Hillestad, or Amex Challenge 1 is the name of that video. Command C. And I'm going to post it to the chat. Where did the chat go? Q&A, more chat. There it is. And Command V and enter. There you go. There's the link to the YouTube video. It is now a public video. And you can see an example. And mainly, it just comes down to getting their attention and then being likable. It really boils down to, if you've never read the book Blink, it's the first 6 seconds in which we make a decision. Do we like that person or not? And Darren's casual. He's laid back. He throws out a couple bragging points that make it clear he knows what he's doing. And he's putting up the offer. But it's all about the headlines. Test lots of headlines. All right, let's go back to chat and see if I've missed anything else. And I have not. Thank you. You're welcome, John. I'm sorry it took so long to get that to you. And no other questions. With that, going once, going twice. See you guys.